everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do this really nice chain stitch. So this is what it looks like with size 8 seed beads in one single colour, and then this is what it looks like with size 11 seed beads in a mixture of different colours. So I'm just going to show you how to do this stitch today, and then you can make it into anything you like: bracelet, necklace, anklet, phone charm. So there's lots of different colour variations you can do as well. You can do it all one colour like this. You can do the stitches going this way in one colour and the stitches going this way in one colour, or you can swap each time you do a link like I did in this one. I did purple and then multicoloured, purple, multicoloured, and so on. So you can really play around with the colours and make it look different every time you do it. So I'm just going to show you with two colours today so that you can get an idea of the basic stitch. So you'll need some seed beads. You can do this with size 15, size 11, size 8, size 6. And let's put these to the side. You'll need your beading thread, so whichever beading thread you prefer for this one. I'm going to be using some 6-pound file line and beading needle. Depending on what size beads you're using, I'm going to use size 11 beads and a size 12 beading needle. Okay, so I've laid my colours out, and if you can hear my fan in the background, I don't know how well it'll pick up the sound of the fan. Sorry about that. I'll try and talk over it so that you can't hear it, so it doesn't distract you from the beading. But it's currently a heat wave here in the UK at the moment while I'm filming this, and just sitting here, literally just sitting here, I'm just melting. So I'm trying to keep cool while I do this. So to do this stitch, you can also vary how big the links are. I'm just going to kind of show you a standard, but you can make so there's no gaps, like this is kind of closed, or you can make the links a little bit wider and have some gaps in between. What I tend to do is, for size 11 seed beads, I'm going to pick up 14 of my first colour. So I've picked up 14 of my first colour, slide those down onto your thread, leaving a tail. It depends if you are adding a clasp at the end of your project, you want a nice long tail, so you're able to do that. If not, just enough so you can hold it and tie some knots. Then from here you're going to come around, just put that out the way so you focus. Just a sec. There we go. So from here you're going to come around and go back through the first bead. Like this. Then we're going to travel around through 7 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I'm just checking I've counted right, so my tail thread should be coming out of this bead here. We need to be coming out the one directly opposite, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So just make sure you've not picked up an extra bead or not enough beads. So we have this. So we're going to swap to our second colour now and pick up 13 of that colour. And then you're going to come back into that bead that you're coming out of, but going into the side that the thread is not exiting out of. So you have this, and again then you're going to travel around through 7 beads to be coming out over here. Okay, so keep that pulled nice and tight, and keep your tail thread pulled tight as well. Then you're going to swap to your first colour and do the same again, picking up 13 beads. And then going back into the bead that you're coming out of, but on the opposite side to where the thread is exiting. So we have this. I just flip it over each time so that I'm working out of the top of that bead, but then you're just going to move around through the next 7 beads to get around here and then carry on. So basically then you're just going to carry on doing that, alternating between your colours if you're doing multiple colours, until you get the length that you need for whatever it is you're making. So whether that's a bracelet or a necklace, just keep going until you get to the length that you need, and then I'll show you how to make it kind of 3D. So once you've got to the length that you need, obviously I'm just doing a little example here of the stitch, but once you've got to the length that you need for yours, you need to now tie knots and cut off this thread because you're done with this part, and then thread your needle onto a new piece of thread. So to tie knots, you can just weave back down through the piece, taking your needle, making sure you're capturing that thread, so you're going underneath that thread, pull that through and go through the loop twice so it tightens around that thread, and then keep moving onwards and pulling tight, tying a few more knots before moving away from your final knot and cutting your thread. So to now add the second part so that it becomes 3D, you can do a few different things with the colours here. So for this one on my phone strap, I wanted this transparent mix to be the main colour and the purple to just be an accent colour. So say this is the purple and this is the mix. I did this for the base row, and then this next part I did no purple, so I just did all of the mix. So if you want one main colour you could do that. If you want it to be kind of equal, you can just again alternate, so blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, and that gives a really nice effect as well. You could do two completely new colours for this part, which would give you even more kind of dimension, to have 4 colours involved, or you could do a third colour and do the whole thing in the third colour. So there's really loads of different ways you can do this, and they all look completely different when you see them, so it's really fun to play around with this one. So I'm just going to do the pink and the blue. So first of all, you want to pick up 14 of your first colour, okay, and kind of holding them on the needle just for now. Okay, well what you're going to do is slide those down, make sure they don't fall off the end of the thread, and then you need to take your needle through this first loop, so your beads that you add in, the loops sitting through it, and then bringing that around, you're going to go through the first bead, so you have a loop. So your tail thread's also coming out of this one, so you want to be weaving away from your tail thread. So just like we did on the base row, you want to move around through 7 beads to get to the other side. And it's important now that you make sure, so you're working back along the piece and your needle's coming out of this bead in this direction, so you need to poke it through the loop. So you're coming out of this side and you're ready to add the next loop. If you were still coming out of this side of it and you went to add the loop, it'd just get, the loop would come out here, it wouldn't be woven into the chain, if that makes sense. So just pay attention to which direction you're going, so your thread's coming out of this way, so you want to be coming out of this side of the loops. Then you're going to pick up 13 of your pink beads, or your second colour. So I've picked up 13 of my second colour, and you need to come back into this bead you're coming out of on the opposite side, but you need to capture the next loop. So we're in the middle of this pink loop here, so we need to be going through the next loop, back through the pink loop, like that. So if I do it in separate parts, so we're coming out of this side, so making sure you're going through the next loop on that same side, like that, and then coming around and through that bead and straight out the other side. So when you pull it through, might get stuck, just help the beads work their way through. So you have this now travelling around this loop we just created through 7 beads. 4, and again I'm coming out of that side of the bead, so I need to poke my needle through that loop, so I'm ready to add the next group. So then swapping back to your first colour, I'll just go through it one more time. Pick up 13 beads, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. And so we're coming out of this side, we need to move, so we're coming out of the middle of this loop, so the next free loop you need to go through on the same side your thread's coming out of that bead, and then around and back into the bead we're coming out of on the opposite side, and making sure you're coming through the loop, pull that through until it all tightens, and then travel around through 7 beads, and through the loop in the direction that it's going. Pull that nice and tight, keep your tail thread pulled tight. So that is basically how you do this stitch. So then you'll just carry on swapping colours each time until you've added the chain. You're basically making the chain again, but the other way around. So this is this standing flat, and then you're making it this way as well. But you just got to make sure you're weaving into the loops so that it's all interconnected. So keep going until you've used up all of your loops, and like here this is the end, so you want it to end like this so that you've got your working or tail thread on the end, so you can add a clasp or something. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you're able to replicate this stitch, and I'd love to see what kind of colours and patterns you come up with. And this is what it looks like again in the other sizes and designs. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and comment down below anything else you'd like to see, and you can like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and also you can become a member on my channel to get early access to videos, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Beading by Hannah, and please share any items you make with me over there. I'd love to see them. Thanks so much for watching everyone. See you next time. Bye.